English is a very dynamic language, and for all we know, every day there is additional word being added in English vocabulary. But how do words are formed? In this video, we are going to talk about the types of word formation in English. Before we proceed with the topic for today, can I ask for a like and a subscribe for this flip channel? I will greatly appreciate this. Alright, I'm going to make things simpler for you so that it's easier to remember. Let's start with number 1, compounding. These are two existing words combined together to form a new word. Example, basketball, basket and ball, sunflower, sun and flower, plus butter and fly, butterfly. Words are formed by combining two or maybe more words together. Second, derivation. Whenever we talk about derivation, it's putting affixes into a word to form a new word. What are these affixes? We have prefix, infix, and suffix. Example, the word beauty as a noun becomes the adjective whenever we add the word full. Beauty, full. Another example, the word realize, when we add it into Asian or maybe Sean, it turned into a noun. From verb, realize, we turn it into a noun, which is realization. In short, we use affixes to form new words. Third is like another type of derivation, which we call zero derivation or conversion. Here, the meaning of the word changes, but we do not put any affixes. My father brought a nail and a hammer. The nail there served as a noun. However, if I say, you nail it, therefore, the word nail there becomes a verb. Another example, the word ghost. In the Philippine context, back then, ghost is like a scary monster, maybe a white lady. But right now, the word ghost turned into a verb. For example, she ghosted me, meaning that person suddenly did not appear without notice. See? From noun into a verb. Next, we have clipping. If derivation is about adding something, in clipping, we cut or clip something. There are 3 types of clippings. We have foreclipping, back clipping, and complex clipping. Whenever we talk about foreclipping or initial clipping, we actually cut the first part of the word. Example, application, now turn into app. And for complex clipping, it can either be we cut somewhere in the word. A good example of this is influenza, but now it turned into flu. You see, we cut something to create or form a new word. How about if we combine words and then clip it? What will happen? That will turn into blending. Blending is also like in makeup. It has to look natural and sound natural. Example of this is breakfast and lunch. We clip some parts of the breakfast and lunch, turning into brunch. Another, smoke and fog, and turn into smog. It's like compounding, but we cut some parts of the words. Next, we have abbreviations. These are word formation wherein we shorten a word. Abbreviations examples are doctor, attorney, miss. As you see, I still say it as whole word, but it is spelled in a brief manner. The word attorney here, I did not pronounce it as a-t. Instead, it's attorney. The same with miss, not ms. Now, for the acronym, we actually say it with the way it is shortened. Example is DepEd. Although it's okay to also call it as Department of Education, you can also call it as DepEd. Same with Pag-asa. You don't need to spell out everything, just say Pag-asa. Initialism is another type of acronym wherein we just include the beginning letters of each word. Best example of that is the word laser. Another interesting word formation is what we call Eponyms. Eponyms are originally a proper noun. Maybe it's brought from a person, then suddenly it turned into just a regular thing. One basic example is the word Watts because it is discovered by James Watt. Next, we also have onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia are words that are originally sounds, but we suddenly form it into a word. One good example of that is the word knock knock. Also the word like crack, hush, hiss, that are similar with the sound they refer to. We also have reduplication, wherein a certain sound of a word is being repeated. Example, tick-tock, chit-chat. From the word reduplicate, we are just reduplicating something. Last but not the least, we have the loan words. These are the words that come from different cultures or different language. Example of these are tycoon, which came from Japanese, taru, which came from Tahitian, and taboo from Polynesian. It's just that they no longer translate it into their own language. Instead, they just borrow it from other culture. And it suddenly becomes part of the English vocabulary. So yeah, that's it. I hope you learned something from this video. I have prepared a 10-item quiz for you to identify if you really learned something about word formation. Bye-bye!